So the Most High made it, so we're gonna have to keep these commandments in order to be saved, man. Because if you're not keeping these commandments, you're gonna be with Satan, and you're gonna be pleasing Satan, right? Instead of grieving Satan, you're pleasing Satan, right? Leaving your child, these baby mothers that people be having, that's doing the pleasure of Satan, Satan's will. Doing the pleasure of the Most High is raising up your children, man. If that's the least that we can do, right? That's the least that we can do in this society, man. These other nations, they're raising up their children. So the least we can do is raise up ours. Let's read verse 4 as well now.
Verse 4. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
Right, and Esther, her parents died. So it was as though that Esther's parents weren't dead because she had someone that could raise her up, right? Someone that was mighty, someone that was powerful and knowledgeable, that could raise her up. So when we're dealing and trying to understand Esther, you have to first understand who raised her up in the first place. And that she was raised up by someone who was even willing to take her in as a cousin because her parents died. Right? That's what we understand already. Right? He's not just some any guy. So I'm sure she had other cousins. Right? She had other family members, but he's the one who took that responsibility. Right? He's the one who said, I'm gonna be the one that takes this responsibility. Right? And that takes a different type of mindset that not everybody has. Not everybody has no one else around me is doing it, but see me, I'm gonna do it. Not a lot of people have that, right? That's only set for certain people, man. And those people that are gonna do that, they're not doing it for man. Because if they're doing it for man, the people that are doing things for man, they're looking at what everybody else is doing and saying, oh, no one else is doing it, so I'm not gonna do it. But the people that are doing things for the Most High, they're gonna see everyone else not doing it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be bold, right? Mordecai was he's bold. If you're bold in small things, right, then it's most likely you're gonna be bold in larger things as well. But if you can't have no boldness for small things, you're gonna be weak, man. You're gonna be weak for great things, right? So you have to have that, I don't know a better word, but that effort mentality, right? No one else is doing it, I'm doing it, right? You gotta have that in this truth, man, right? And that's what kind of Yahweh Shai had that, right? No one else is gonna die for the people. I have to do it. I'm doing it, right? Peter had that. All our forefathers had that. Even Isaac, as a child, he had that. That he was ordained to be sacrificed. He said, yeah, man. I don't know a better word. We kind of said, F it, man. I'll do it, right? He said, burn it, right? Put me on there. I'll go, right? So that's the mentality we have to have. That yeah, maybe everyone else around us, isn't doing what we're doing. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna be bold. We're gonna be the first ones. We're gonna be the trailblazers. We're gonna be the ones that start things up. And then look, if you understand and see that it's right after, we'll praise to the Most High. But make sure that you enjoy though, right? Because you don't want to be the person that was just used for a season and just got sifted out after, just to show someone else the truth. No, man, don't be someone that's just showing someone else the truth. You never did the thing yourself. You didn't enjoy it to the end, right? So it's a tough lot that we've got, man. I'll be thinking about how tough it is to be one of the, not the first, but we're at the forefront of this thing. When salvation happens, it's not going to be just us, right? There's going to be a lot more people that learn. And that's why we're out here. That's why we teach. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're building a foundation. But in the kingdom, there's going to be a lot more of us. There's a lot more people to come into the truth that have not come into the truth yet. I haven't heard of it. This gospel hasn't been preached to the four corners of the earth yet, right? It hasn't nowhere near. So when it does, right, you're going to see how much people there are out there. But we got to be the ones that got to stay. We got to stay in this thing. We got to stay and be the examples. We got to stay congregating. We got to stay communicating, because we need a structure for people to come into. Right? We need to be that example. Don't be the example. We don't want to be people we're just that Israelite team, that Hebrew team, that phase team that happened, back in the day. or them Israelites, them man are washed out. You don't want to be them Israelites, them man are washed out, or them man are rubbed out, them man are done out. You know, them man are just, oh yeah, they're all old, and now they got old, they kind of just turn to drugs now, they're crackheads now, right? That's what happens, man. That's of the world, right? People that were popular, right, when they're like 20 and 30, right? Then they get to like 40s and 50s and they start doing drugs, man, hardcore drugs. People that were popular, now they're on crack after that. Everyone's like, oh, what happened to so-and-so from back in the day? Oh yeah, there he is. Boy, is that him for real? Right? And he's drooling, man. Right? He's outside William Hill. Right? How you still outside? You've been outside William Hill for 20 years. How you still there? Trying to place the same bets. Right? Got your lucky horse, man. Right? Got your lucky machine. Doing the same thing. Smoking the same weed from the same supplier. Smoking this. You used to sell crack. Now you kind of found one day you kind of just started lusting. You just bored. Thought, let me just try it. You did it, and you never saw life again after that. Right. So you don't want to be rubbed out in the truth, man. Right? You don't enjoy. You're just some people. Oh yeah, that guy. He was mighty back in the day. Oh yeah, I remember. Lord forbid, man. So I'm saying, oh yeah, Zachariah, he was mighty back in the day. Yeah, man, he used to go out, he used to do this, he used to do that. But yeah, you see now, yeah, man, he's washed now. Right? He's washed now. Oh man, Lord forbid, man. Right? You're saying, oh, he's a waste man now. And then see that Zachariah, yeah, man, he used to be mighty, but look, man, see this Israelite thing, that's not the one. Because guess what? You in this, look, you end up like Zachariah, man. You end up like my man. Right, and I just didn't even call my name no more. They kind of call me another. They just call me that guy, my man. Yeah, my man. He used to be in that Hebrew thing, but now he didn't enjoy. Now he's you see him, man. He's drooling, right? Right, drooling, man. Right, and not over food. So you have to endure until the end, because there's people that's gonna come in after us, and they might be 10 times mightier than we are right now. So you have to make sure that we endure with the spirit that's been placed upon us. Right? Because we're not guaranteed salvation because of inner truth now. We have to endure our whole lives. So that's why it's a mighty thing to be the first person that steps up, the first person that has boldness to be in this truth. Not a lot of people else are in it because they love the praise of men. Let's get on John chapter 14 and verse 42 about boldness. Right? Some men don't have that boldness. I'm not talking about here. Don't have that strength and that ability to be separate from everybody else. It's not within them. They just like follow the crowd, right? And there's nothing wrong with being a sheep. They make in the world, they say, no, I'm not a sheep. But the people that say they're not a sheep, they're the biggest sheep, but for the wrong shepherd. We are sheep, man, but we're sheep for the good shepherd. Let's get that in John 12, verse 42.
This is the book of John. The book of John, chapter 12, verse 42. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers also many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees they did not confess him.
Right, so many among the chief rulers did believe. Right, who's the chief rulers? Those who set Yahushua up in the first place. Right, let's get that, I believe, in Mark chapter 8, verse 31. If not, I've got another.
This is Mark chapter 8, verse 31. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things, and be rejected of the elders, and of the chief priests, and scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
Right, so those are the people who put Yahushua to death. Those same chief priests, the chief rulers, are the same people who killed Yahushua, the same people who hated on him. Right, because they saw, even though they believed, they saw that not everybody else is believing. So, nah, we can't. There's not enough people in this thing, right? peer pressure, right? That's what they call it, man. They succumb to peer pressure. So it takes boldness to not not to fall to peer pressure, right? Everybody else is smoking, right? Everybody else is doing it, right? That's why a lot of people start smoking. Everybody else is doing it, right? That's why a lot of